This is like one of the holy grails of American coins, and you won it in a poker. Yep.
Hey guys, welcome back to Film Explosion. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can be entered in our shoutout giveaway for a chance to win a shoutout for whoever does all three. In their 15 years on the air, the Pawn Stars crew has made some massive purchases, betting that they could draw a profit if they resold the items in their shop. The Harrison family did not keep Golden Gavel Pawn afloat for so many years with small, safe purchases and resales. The shop is known for taking on big risks and, hopefully, pulling in big rewards. Over the course of the series, we have seen Rick Harrison and his staff pay out for everything from celebrity keepsakes to Prohibition memorabilia, betting that they can flip the items for even more money. Time and time again, they make it happen. With that in mind, here are the top 10 biggest deals on Pawn Stars. Number 1, Dutch East India Company 1602 Antique Ship Bell. When the owner of an antique ship bell came into the store, she claimed it was from a ship owned by the Dutch East India Company back in 1602. Anytime someone makes a claim that their item is something that could be worth a pretty good chunk of change, they quickly begin to doubt its validity. One of the main reasons this item was considered a forgery was because it was simply in too good of a condition to have been underwater.
90% of all shipwrecks are in shallow water. In fact, most of them are sticking up. You know, they hit the reef and they pretty much stay there. And they probably go somewhere $15,000, give or take.
So after an expert was brought in, and to the Harrison family surprise, it was confirmed that the real deal was worth a whopping $15,000. Number 2, 1715 Spanish Empire Peru gold coin. Most people inherit land, businesses, or family heirlooms like old paintings or a collection of baseball cards. But rarely do people inherit a rare, unique Spanish Empire gold peso, which was actually minted in Peru. This rare find was brought into the shop by Jody, its owner.
This coin is in exceptional condition, and I've seen similar coins fetch thousands of dollars at auction.
And she knew she had something that was worth a lot of money, she just wasn't sure how much. From what she discovered, doing her own research, she valued the coin herself at $18,000. Its value came from the story behind it. In 1715, it was part of a giant treasure of loot, worth nearly $14 million that was being brought to Spain on a fleet of ships leaving Havana. It did not take long for the guys to strike a deal, and they made the purchase for $11,000. Number 3, Vic Flick's 1961 Fender Stratocaster guitar. Number 3 on the list was a Fender Stratocaster. It was brought to the shop by Vic Flick himself, a legendary studio musician who played the guitar riff on the James Bond theme. He confirmed that this particular instrument was used on historic recordings of songs by the Beatles and Tom Jones. Rick Harrison paid $55,000 for the guitar. Number 4, 1922 Proof Piece High Relief Dollar. Described as one of the rarest coins in American history, the 1922 High Relief Dollar was brought into Rick's shop by a man who had originally won it in a poker game. The gentleman believed the coin, one of only 10 to 12 left in existence, to be around $20,000. After Rick had one of his experts take a look at it, that price jumped considerably with a new estimate given between $50,000 to $100,000. Rick and the man struck a deal at $80,000. Number 5, 1932 Custom Ford Roadster. Rick and Corey engaged in fierce negotiations with the owner of a pristine jet black 500 horsepower 1932 Custom Ford.
Ain't nothing cooler than a 1932 Ford hot rod. The nice thing about this one is you've actually got a real folding convertible top.
The convertible Roadster was in impeccable shape with just 450 miles on the clock, and after Vegas car custom legend Danny the Count Coker fell in love with it, Rick knew he had to strike a deal, which he did at $68,250. Number 6, JFK Cigar Box. One of the most historic items to ever pass through Golden Gavel Pawn was a cigar box that belonged to President John F. Kennedy while he was in office.
JFK absolutely loved his cigars. And to actually have a cigar box that sat on his desk in the Oval Office is just one of those things I can only dream about.
The box was on the president's desk in the Oval Office and even had a handful of cigars still in it. The shop paid $60,000 after considerable haggling, hoping they could make even more off of the piece of American history. Number 7, Ides of March Roman coin. Some stories are just too amazing to be true, like the one about this Roman coin called the Ides of March, in its 2,000-year-old existence.
So where did you get this?
I bought this from a dealer in California, probably in the mid-'80s.
Brutus made this coin to just basically celebrate the fact that, you know, I'm the great guy that killed Julius Caesar.
The coin was brought in by a collector named John, who bought it back in the mid-'80s from another collector. He knew exactly what he was in possession of, and when asked to make a deal, he said he wanted $150,000. After Rick brought in a coin expert to authenticate the validity of the coin, the expert quickly advised Rick to purchase this coin after stating that it was easily worth over $150,000. The coin's owner felt good about his sales price. It would not go below $140,000. A deal was never struck, and the coin left with John. Number 8, Mary Ford's 1961 Gibson SG Les Paul guitar. It was one of those moments that remains one of the greatest in Pawn Stars history because they were looking at a 1961 Gibson SG Les Paul guitar that was played by the wife of the man who created it. It is like having Babe Ruth's grandson bring in a signed Ricky card for him. It does not get much better than that. After an expert confirmed the value of it to be close to $150,000, a deal was made for $90,000. Number 9, original Where the Wild Things Are artwork. This one in particular remains one of the coolest, and that has to do with how rare it is. He was approached by a dealer that had original artwork for the book Where the Wild Things Are, and that made them one of a kind. The original asking price was $350,000, but Rick made a play for them at $250,000 and the deal was a done. Number 10, George Washington's 3-piece colonial suit. In honor of Pawn Stars' 500th episode, they decided they were going to do things a bit differently and go after big ticket items. So Rick headed off to see Brian, a private dealer, in regards to some presidential memorabilia that he was looking to sell. But when Brian unveiled the item, it was a 3-piece suit once worn by George Washington back in the 1750s. After the suit was unveiled, Rick was amazed and really wanted to buy it.
I wouldn't sell for less than $3 million.
That's a lot of money. I don't think I'd ever say this, but I'm actually considering this. I mean, it's George Washington's suit. I mean, it never occurred to me that one would be available. I'm gonna go think and contemplate about this for a little bit. Can we meet up later?
Absolutely.
But Brian, who bought it in an auction, was not really looking to sell and threw out an asking price of $3 million. He dropped it down to $2.5 million, but a deal never happened and Rick had to walk away empty-handed.
I didn't get the suit, but you know what? It didn't fit me anyway.
This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.